where does the emotional energy fit in? So we've got the...
Right. That comes from what I call others, all the impacts that come to you, the 1 million impacts a day. And so the major one of those will impact you. You think, ooh, that was a kick in the gut. Or I feel I'm carrying the world on my shoulders. Listen to the language. What is language? Language is describing what's going on. Listen to the metaphors, right? That was a kick in the gut. Okay, that of today's activities are the things that I'm going to put next to my bed, and I'm going to say to myself, I'm ready tonight to go to sleep, and I would like my, whatever we call it, my dream process, my brain default network, my, whatever I want to call it.
The biggest organ in my body.
Yeah,
thing.
That thing that does the business, I'm available. And this is what I'd like to explore. Now, whether it does or it doesn't, that might have been kicking an old memory, because what happens in those things is more often projection and counter-projection. And whatever it comes up with is something that I need to explore. And when I wake up in the morning, I need to do something about. So that completes the cycle. What happens during the day hits me, I hang on to that, take that to bed, it does whatever, and it says, I'm going to talk to that person.
It's not easy though, is it, to recognise even your own language, that was a kick in the gut.
Yeah.
How does one get to the state where you actually recognise these kicks to the gut and are able to sort one out from another? How does your process help you?
It is really becomes by practice and experience. Like in anything, you get to have more subtle understanding of what's going on. So the thing is that what I try to say to people is, you must do this at least 28 days in a row. Because if you do something 28 days, so they say, it becomes a bit of a habit or a routine, right? And it's really neat to have positive habits and routines that are not that encumbersome upon your normal daily routine, which can have such powerful impact, because everyone goes to sleep. It's just that while you're doing that, I want you to feel comfortable about waking up in the middle of the night, which you're probably doing anyway, because you get to a certain age, you always have to go off and have a little pee somewhere or other, and just make a note and go back to sleep. And what is also fantastic, and I would say close to 100% people, they say, oh yeah, but if I wake up I can never get back to sleep again. I say, you try it. Because at present you're waking up and you're thinking, oh, I've got to get back to sleep because I've got a big day tomorrow and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. Actually, it's like a hydraulic pump or the old pressure cooker. You take the top of the pressure cooker off, i.e. write it down, it'll drop down. It won't need to be boiling and making all that noise, right? So it's like the hydraulic pump as well, it gets to a certain level and you let the water out and it comes down again. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and you write it down, I don't bother writing anything down now because I don't need to, because that's part of the
training,
the rituals that you go through until you do it automatically, right? So the more you do it in a ritualistic way, the more automatic it becomes. And so what happens is that you wake up and you think, oh dear, I'm driving this car and it's heading for a cliff. What's that about? Right, I better do a bit more work on the financials because I'm not sure where that's going right now. And so you wake up in the morning and you already got the spreadsheet half worked out as what you're going to do. That's right. So it takes a bit of practice. So the 28 days is important. And during that time, there's usually something that reinforces that.